Imagine actually having to watch ads.
You don't need YouTube Premium to not see
Hey,
ads.
what do you... I'm sorry.
Hello?
May I introduce you to my friend Adblock?
I was
Ad
about to
blocker?
say, can I introduce you to the 20th freaking century?
You can be banned from YouTube for using AdBlock now.
I don't speak
No, you
broke. I'm
can't.
sorry.
They would have banned me long ago.
I'm not saying they enforce it.
Kagvanwa, oh, not quite. It would be Kon Kagerou. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting D&D session.
Kagbanwa.
Kagvan, man, shut up. What's your intro? Huh?
What's up?
Shut up.
What's up?
Why you gotta
Hey,
be
yo.
so complicated?
God, no, it's about
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to my boy Kagerou's stream. I'm just here having a good time.
Yo,
Yo, dog, I got my own freaking hype man. Let's go.
Kagerou, Ootori.
Yeah, all the boys love.
Everybody's favorite elf.
Ootori
Hell
Kagerou.
yeah.
I can't believe Wim is just dead. He'll never ever recover.
Oh my
from
God.
this. So we had OMG Psychic marry me. Yo, there you go, dude. I'm telling you, you got the good stuff here.
Finally. Oh, I should probably tune into the stream to look at the comments.
I mean, you don't got it. You can just be like a full tsundere and just shrug them off. Just be like, Baka, I don't care about you.
Baka, I do not care. Baka.
Baka.
What is
Alright.
it that Killer B says? Baka no you?
Killer B, who?
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
I don't know.
Okay.
You've lost all the boys. But so
Okay.
today is a boys' night out. Miyu unfortunately isn't feeling too well. She told me ahead of time that she wouldn't be joining. So Scratch will not be replaced by a cardboard cutout, but that is okay. I do have things for Scratch to do during the next session or perhaps off stream. For today, we have a few. Boy, are you yawning? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's just
All right, just saying.
giving a cheeky
Yeah,
yawn.
what am I not? Oh my God, am I not allowed to yawn?
No!
I had 4.5 hours
Alright.
of sleep.
He was just insulted for a second.
I was.
Incensed.
I can't believe it.
Oh, I gotta fix my mic.
All right, there you go. So there's a few announcements to make. I already said these yesterday and possibly the day before, but my first official collab is coming out on Valentine's Day, or Valentine's Day for people who don't speak moron. Really excited to release it. I hope all of you guys will be there when it's premiered. Otherwise, I think we're set. I think that's the only big one. Yes. All right. So with that said, we can go ahead and switch over to the game view where all the boys are chilling out in the bottom right-hand corner, because that's what we are. We are bottom right. We are say so and we are stupid.
Say so.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I think I object to being called the bottom right now.
No, it's not the it's the four-way chart, of
But the
say
political
so.
compass thing?
Yeah. Except the horizontal spectrum is say so, and the vertical spectrum is horny, or sorry, stupid.
Well, but if you,
Yeah,
I
well,
feel like
that'd
that's
be the
probably
top
mirroring
left.
the like political charts, and in that case, wouldn't say so and stuff. That'd be top right.
I would be on the complete.
Well, no, right? Because we're dumb, and intelligence is the vertical one.
Oh, intelligence is the vertical.
Yeah,
one. Okay,
Yeah, I am dumb,
Yeah,
but I'm also definitely
we're,
not.
We're
say
all
so.
bottom right. Nah, on this stream, boy, you are bottom right. That's what I thought. All right. So, who wants to recap what happened last?
Well,
Don't all volunteer at once.
I
please.
would if I remembered, but
All right. So I'll
we
Oh,
did a
you-
lot, to be honest. I fought some dragon bitch, and I bitched him up.
yeah.
Some Wim tried to climb onto the roof and failed twice.
twice. Don't remind me of that. I redeemed myself because right after that, I wiped like the entire enemy squad with a single
true, you
attack.
He did.
You did.
We
do.
learned about swans and the noises that they make.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They hiss. I still don't accept that. They honk.
Um,
We made a bargain with a dragon, or didn't. I don't.
Nah,
Oh, we did. We did. We made one.
We made one
a
bargain, yeah.
And then another thing we did was we
Oh,
met up and had a good time
forgot.
together. It was a
Yeah.
party.
Oops. And yeah, that's actually all that happened. Like there's nothing else. So after having multiple one-line exchanges with Wim about, you know, edgy quotes here and there, the adult blue dragon has left. It is late afternoon. You need not leave for the caves that Lennithon spoke about now. You have the option to, but in general, it's not... Well, you know that the cult tends to retreat out of the town back to their proverbial base overnight. So you would figure that, you know, going to this base when they're all stacked together might not be the best idea, but I can't stop you from doing so.
Well, what we
were
could do
gonna
is
take a
we could
long
get close to
rest.
the... Yeah.
We could get close to there. We could camp out near there, maybe.
Yeah.
But we might be discovered by them as they're going out to terrorize the town again.
Well, I mean, if we stay out of the path that they would travel towards the town, we should be fine. Because I imagine that they're gonna make a beeline back to the town.
Well, is this the only town that they're terrorizing? Maybe there's another town.
It's the only town around, right? For
It
like
is the only
good
town
distance?
nearby. Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. We could definitely camp out. We could make some progress in that direction, and then we'd be. There might be something to do as well. I mean,
How safe do you think that the areas outside the town, between like the town and the encampment are?
I would say...
You could probably ask somebody.
it's a leading question.
Yeah.
Maybe we should ask.
Well,
the
yeah, I mean, like
mayor.
we could ask the mayor, yeah. Or the governor,
I
rather.
mean, the answer you more or less get is that nobody in town actually knows because nobody's been able to leave.
Oh,
However, the party who was outside of town before the campaign like really started, was able to see that it's not like all the other fields and stuff that surround Greenest are just like burned to the ground, you know. They exist. There don't seem to be anything like notable. It's just like, you know, driving through the middle of Montana. There's just nothing there.
Makes sense.
yeah, I should know. I walked the whole way.
You did walk the whole way.
I left my swamp for this. Unbelievable.
So, it's mid-afternoon. What would you guys like to do?
So we're pretty set
Rested.
on well, do we think we're set on? Wait, hold on. Wait, so it's mid-afternoon. So they're not in the. Do they come to the town during the day or at night?
They come during the day.
So they're here.
Did
They
the
are
dragon
here.
just leave?
Yeah, I mean, he's still flying around. You could call back to him if you wanted.
Okay, I'm just trying to get a timeline going because I recall you saying it was evening.
Oh,
So I
did
Yeah,
thought we
it
were
was-
preparing
I
to
thought
take
it was
a rest.
evening.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it was
might
evening, it was
I
turn
might
to
have
the
just like
Kagerou.
actually trolled there.
Oh,
I'm sorry. The narrative's ruined. I made a singular mistake.
It's no longer immersive.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we'll say
we
that's
time
it.
traveled.
I mean,
You had a brief
if
flashback.
it's midday, that would give us more
Well-
time. Like once they leave, and holy hell, my tracking.
I mean, if I originally said it's evening,
He's ahagowing.
Yeah.
yikes.
I think one thing we could do is maybe are they locked up in the keep by choice? Is there parts of the town that we could liberate while we still have time?
Uh,
I mean, they'd probably get overrun.
all of the parts of the town that can reasonably be freed for the sake of resources have already been done.
Okay.
Anything else would just be like ransacking houses, which could be full of traps. It might not be, but it could be.
But I mean, I can't imagine there's gonna be much in the way of like valuable magical items sitting around in like a commoner's ransacked house, you know?
Yeah, and they probably
Especially
wouldn't be
since-
happy about us taking them either.
Well, you know, they wouldn't have to know, but you know,
Oh my god,
either
the
way,
goblins
I don't.
stole your stuff. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shame. Yeah, I saw there was a kobold running off with it somewhere. Yeah, don't look at my bag.
Don't look at my bag.
But yeah, I don't think that it would really be that worth our time.
There's almost, yeah. Why did you? What options are you offering us, Kagerou?
Well, I mean, depending on what time you want it to be, since I guess I originally said evening, but then switched to mid-afternoon at some point. Basically, you guys have an amount of time. You could do like one major thing before the cult leaves. Or at least leaves for
Like
the
where?
night.
We've already fought the champion. I kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, I mean, if
we
you're looking for,
we
for
captured
hard set,
that one guy. We could interrogate that one guy, right?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
interrogate him
good.
then.
Governor Nighthill is already on it, but I mean, he won't stop you if you want to perhaps press the guy yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we got like we could probably ballpark this and say that we have about an hour until they leave. Just that's what makes sense, like
Sure.
from a like a time perspective. And then so once they leave, then when we can start making our way towards their camp. We could actually probably tail them from a distance so we know exactly where it is,
Oh my
and
god,
then
me
set
too.
up
We
camp
wouldn't have to find it.
outside of the path that they would take to get back.
Yeah. All right.
That's a good plan. Let's interrogate that guy. Maybe he'll tell us exactly where it is, even though we're about to follow them. Or we can ask different questions.
Yeah, we could probably ask different questions
All right, give me a second.
as well.
Go full Batman.
Oh, let's do something like.
What do you know? How do you know
What was this?
Where is she?
it?
All right, we'll use this. Okay, so I mean, there's not like a set map for this. So you guys are kind of within the keep proper. Wim and Weeb, you both recognize kind of just the area down there, where they were like preparing all their food. You still see like people, a lot of the commoners moving the a lot of the supplies that you got, and they've made like a whole line out of it. I guess you would call it like a factory line. You know, there's just a bunch of people lined up, and they're handing down boxes from one person to the next.
Air brigade.
But nearby, there is a small like prison where previously they were holding stuff, but now they're like holding a person. And you see the Dragon Claw, who has been tied up. He's already been kind of beaten up. I mean, he's clearly been healed since when you guys beat the crap out of him. But like, it looks like Governor Nighthill, you know, he's got kind of a bloody club, and he sort of drops it as he hears you guys approach, and he says, I can't get nothing out of this guy. All he keeps going on about is how great his dragon queen is, and I don't know. Maybe you'll get better luck.
I have an idea already.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so we're kind of hopefully we're out of earshot. Why don't we let him know that we've already talked to their dragon, and there's a reason it's not currently attacking anymore. That's us. Their dragon has betrayed them.
Okay.
More flies with honey than vinegar.
Why don't
Perhaps
you
we
roll
could
me
try
a deception?
softer approach.
I mean, it would have it's partially true.
It's
So, I'd
only
imagine
partially true.
Okay, all right. I better have a, it
Because
better
the
have a
dragon
lower
said
check
he would
then or
stop
something.
attacking when you brought him the eggs.
It's true.
Yeah.
Made
Hold
a
on,
deal.
for, you said what? Deception?
Yep. Okay. Does
Um,
anybody help him out with this?
I have a plan as well. I
Well,
have a
like
plan.
while he's saying
Oh.
this, does anybody like reinforce this? Basically, are you gonna give him the help action for advantage?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the help action for it.
How do you
For
do so?
advantage. Didn't think that far.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Did you make it up?
You're gonna. I think you need a lot of help here. I am not very good
Charisma
at
is
persuasion
low.
and deception.
And I suppose for the record, Annabelle has chosen not to follow you on this. She doesn't really like interrogations. And Goldpiece...
Makes sense.
I mean, he's doing something.
He's doing something.
He's up to no good in the neighborhood.
And the Wanderer is
Stinky
helping
cat
the
boy.
commoners. So it is just
Stinky?
the squad.
Did someone say stinky?
God.
Stink.
All right, Weeb. Did you think
Weeb.
about it?
Yeah, I basically reinforced the idea that we brought the dragon down to talk with us.
Okay.
Just,
Well,
just
that
say
doesn't-
something like, "Oh, I
it?
think that's a great idea."
No. It's I'll take it. I'll take it. So the dragon calls kind of snarls at you and he says, even so, the Great Mother will give that impetuous child his upbringing soon enough.
Damn, is it that
well,
serious?
Hold on. I mean, no, that actually doesn't make sense. Just name. Anyways, I mean, the dragon's he's a dragon. He's kind of a big deal. Surely the Queen Mother or whatever is great, but a servant of hers like Lennithon.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
There you
God,
go.
You
okay.
remembered.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
remember
Putting that high
I-
intelligence score to use.
I was like, Lennithon. Likely knows a weakness or two, and were he to have shared that with us,
So, as you say weakness, he snarls and kind of like lashes out. He sort of like hits his head on the bars as the chain holding both of his wrists behind him kind of snap a little bit. And he goes, "Weakness! Ha! Ha! That blue dragon doesn't know anything about the Great Mother. He doesn't even know that when she rises, she'll be eating his territory too. He's just a pawn in her plan, like everyone else, like me, like you."
okay. How close can I get to that? He's restrained, right?
He is restrained, like a lot. He's like actively trying to break his own wrists to get closer to you.
All right.
But it's not.
I'm gonna kind of get up right in his face and kind of smirk at him and say, oh, you're right about being a pawn. You're being used. Don't forget, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
He spits in your face.
Gross.
It's pretty nasty.
I wipe it off. I got a robe. I wipe it off and I just keep smirking at him. I'm trying to grind his gears a bit.
You know nothing about what the Great Mother has in store. When this world enters the age of dragons, when all cities burn into the apocalypse, when even the seven hells must devour themselves to stay alive, that is the Great Mother's plan.
I don't know, man. That sounds kind of lame. I don't know why you want to be part of that. That's. I like my cities relatively intact, thank you. How else am I supposed to go to the pubs?
He's a pubber.
I guess I'm a drinker. Get a drink.
I mean, he doesn't really do much else other than kind of snarl at you. I don't know how much you want to hear me do that, but
Yeah. Anybody else wanna? I mean, I'm enjoying it. Anybody else wanna hop in and try and get some?
I can hop in, and I will see what I can do as my batty old lady. I just have to think of a good plan. Well, what information are we trying to get again? From in this interrogation? Like, what's the point?
Oh, I kind of forgot about that. I was just kind of making fun of the dude.
wait, why are we doing this again?
That is super fucking valid. Hey, how are you? But are we supposed to be like interrogating? I mean, at least we got his plan out of the way. Like, we know what they intend to do.
Sorry, it's not more
I could go-
in depth than generic evil guy plot, but
Okay.
I'm gonna
do
I
this.
can go ask the mayor what he wanted to know from this guy.
Okay.
so the mayor's gone.
I'm gonna do this. I shush all of the other team members away, and I lean in conspiratorially. see.
Okay.
Ooh,
Great
we got bad cup.
blessings
Ooh.
to the great mother, my kin.
You know what? Roll me deception on advantage here.
Oh.
Where are we? I lost it. I don't know where deception is.
It's on your skills. It's,
Oh, there we are.
well, all right. So I mean, as you start to lean in and you shush sort of the others back, he starts to snarl at you. But as you say blessings, he kind of quiets and then he says, "Great mother," and now you've clearly got his attention.
I have infiltrated the ranks of these good townspeople, an unassuming crone in their midst in service to the great mother's will. But I need more information if I wish to complete my secret, sacred mission. I need to know where the base of operations is, so that I may lure these unassuming adventurers over to Tiamat's cavern and dispatch them.
Okay, I need you to roll me deception, but at disadvantage.
Oh,
We tried it. We're trying it.
Okay.
we tried
Give
it.
me a minute. I mean, okay. Just imagine real quick, right? You show up, you infiltrate like the mafia's quarters, right? And you're like, "Hey, Don, I'm fooling all these suckers. By the way, where do we keep all the guns again? I somehow forgot. I know we've been here for like 2 weeks, but I forgot."
Hold on, I didn't come from the lair.
Well, so
came from a different area.
all of the cult here is
Makes
in the
sense.
same place, and every day they go to and from the same place.
Well, right, but he said that
I'm
he's arriving
clearly
from
not from
yeah.
the. He would have known if I was in
Well,
that part of the cult.
he still needs to roll against you.
It makes sense to
let's-
me.
Yeah, but these guys are stupid.
It's
they're,
true, they
they're
are pretty
really
stupid.
really dumb.
It actually works in their favor sometimes. Like when
Oh.
I try to out big brain them, it turns out they're just so stupid. I just played myself.
Yeah, you
All
kept
right.
playing yourself there, and I feel like you're going to keep playing yourself like that.
Oh my god. Okay. So all right. So he goes, "Ah, yes. You must be one of the Harper Scouts' enemies. Yes, marvelous." And so all of you can hear his obnoxiously loud whisper, by the way. The camp to the north, Asbara Jos has set it up, and Resmir watches over us.
Yes, indeed, you are smart and strong indeed. You've figured out. Now tell me what I must do where I must go to find this. Oh God, I don't even know.
He
Hold on, I
just
gotta
said
think
the
about
camp
this.
to the north.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, camp to the north
I'm
is all I got.
confirming.
Soon, the ritual will be complete. The captured Harper Scout that we have. Soon, all of his secrets will be spilled onto us. That reminds me. I remember. And he starts to freak out. He starts like, kind of having a little like miniature seizure. As he starts like biting at his clothes. He's like clearly trying to get to something that's on him.
Allow me to help you, young one. Let me get it for you, since you are
And
bound with
he kind of jumps at the cage again once more. He presses his face against it. You can kind of hear the snap of bones a little bit as he just slams against the bars, and he seems to
no
like
chill.
and you can also hear his arms start to break out of their sockets. As his ribs kind of become more and more exposed, he tears a little bit of his cloak, and he seems to like press his like a special it's got the color of stone, but it's a metal talisman, and it shows a dragon head with the number 7 on it. And he seems to be kind of pushing it towards you.
Okay, I'm
Dragon
gonna roll,
with-
I guess, Arcana on it. No.
Okay. Oh.
Probably. Do you think history or arcana would be better?
Both of them are applicable. It's just
Okay, my arcana is better than my history, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll that.
okay. So this item is not inherently magical. It could be used as part of a magical resource. He did just mention a ritual, and so this might be something that needs to be present, kind of like an arcane focus, but specific to cults.
Okay, I reach out and surreptitiously pluck it from his chest.
Okay, roll strength.
Wouldn't that be dexterity?
No. Roll strength. A strength check, but either way, that's fine.
Oh, that's a save.
So
Fuck.
this is like hooked onto his bones. It's like implanted into him. And so you manage to tear it out, but you tear it out. You know, imagine like a double
Gross.
serrated. Yeah, it's nasty. And this guy dies like shortly thereafter. But you now have this badge, and you can see on the like pin edge of it, it's serrated.
That was exciting. I killed that guy. I'm not sure if my patron is happy with me because I didn't see the mark, but
Yeah, well.
it was an accident. Okay, I am gonna. Let me try rolling insight into this talisman.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm looking for, and I need to find some direction.
Well, I mean, this seems to be something that's probably only given to like officers, though you can't really tell if it's like a higher ranking one, a lower ranking one. It's some kind of badge. The basic cultists definitely don't have this. It doesn't really seem to be all that fancy, so your gut feeling more or less tells you that it's probably just something that like any officer would have. But, I mean, you know, if you were to wear a disguise and have this, it would look way more legit than if you didn't.
Well, it's not magical, so I'd imagine it's safe to wear it without having it bind to your bones.
Well, that's true, but you would need somebody to like physically alter it, because the pin itself is like, not really, I guess it's more like 7 inches long. You can't like pin it to your shirt. If somebody had a kind of tool set that works with metal, they could alter it overnight or over the course of like a little bit of time.
Well, I turn to my party and I show them the pin and I say, I think we've gotten all that we can get out of him for now. And I walk away from his dead body.
And I mean, like guts and stuff are spilling out. It's some good stuff.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I give him a once over before I go.
Feel right at home.
Just to make sure that there's nothing else.
He is dead. He's very dead. He doesn't have any weapons on him. His robe is kind of screwed up, but that appears to be all that he had on him.
Do you think we should gather up the road to use as part of our disguises if we're going to infiltrate the horde?
We should, yes.
As a cultist?
You should alter it so that you can pin it without pinning it to your bones.
Oh, no, I mean grab his clothes that are now covered in blood and organs.
Oh, no.
I mean, they're pretty tattered at this rate.
It's true. We could probably get some better ones. Okay. Anybody else have anything to do?
So what am I gonna do? Interrogate the guy again?
Yeah, give it a try.
He's dead, psychic.
Oh yeah, what am I gonna do?
I roll necromancy.
If only I had access to level 3 spells.
It might make me feel good to Eldritch Blast his corpse, but I think I'll
if you want.
No, I'll be fine.
All right. So after a little while, Governor Nightheel comes back, and he immediately kind of retches as he looks at the corpse and he goes, don't tell me you guys did all that.
I mean, he kind of did that to himself, really.
Roll deception.
What?
It's true. It was me.
But it's true.
Well,
He broke his own bones.
Yeah, yeah. You probably should have phrased it as like, oh, there were unexpected complications or something, because that would have been true.
Like I myself fully believe that he did that himself.
But you
It's
saw Crone pull this thing out and what came afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he figures he gave it to me. Like,
I watched it from behind Crone. I don't know exactly what happened.
it's true.
Oh,
He didn't see my hands.
okay.
Did not see my
Alright,
bony
alright,
little witchy
alright.
fingers.
You don't need to roll anything then. Unless you would like to roll persuasion, you can.
No.
Okay. I didn't think so.
Don't introduce any randomness into this.
And so he sort of looks at you and he kind of nods regarding, like, the holy attire on you. He's like, well, I knew they were crazy, but that's something else, man. That's, well, what'd you get?
I don't show him the pin. Because I'm a...
Oh,
I'm
we
a-
found out that the camp is up north.
Nods and...
Other than that, he just kept ranting on about the mother and you know how it goes.
Now, I want to ask you, are you intentionally hiding the fact that he said something about a captured Harper Scout?
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
What is a Harper Scout?
Okay,
By the way?
so I should talk about that. In the Sword Coast, Harper Scouts are okay. So you know how bards they walk around, they tell stories. There are some bards who are also rogues that basically trade in information. There's a whole guild of them called Harper Scouts. They're basically like the Sword Coast SWAT team. They're a bunch of pretty unassuming people. They don't have to be bards and rogues. They just tend to be. And they are the eyes and ears of the Sword Coast. Collectively, they basically have all the information about literally anything that happens ever. And they're
Nice.
pretty big deals. There are lots of them, or there are not very many of them. Even like the rulers of various nations don't specifically know what the deal is. They're a very, very, very difficult group to deal with. Because virtually anybody you're talking to is a Harper Scout. Or is being used by a Harper Scout.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
They know they are the premier information network.
Yeah, okay, I tell him. Yeah, you mentioned something about having like a Harper Scout in there, like them or whatever.
So Night Hill like kind of pauses, and he seems to like be more afraid. He goes, so it is true. Give me a second. And so he kind of like blows a whistle and hobbles back up the stairs, and he calls forth somebody, and I need to read something to you. A young man walks up to you, limping heavily on his bandaged left leg, and he says, I hear that you intend to follow the raiders and see where they've gone. Oh, actually, fuck. That's not what you said to him. Anyway, I'd like nothing more than to come with you, but in my current condition, I would just slow you down. In the midst of all this tragedy, there's no reason you would have heard about the fate of my master, Leosin or Lanthar, but it's important you know that he's a monk from Burdusk and a Harper Scout. He disappeared just the other night when we were fighting a particularly savage group of raiders. When we made it back this morning, I went to go look for him, but all we found was a broken staff and this choker. And he hands you a necklace that shows a, it's kind of like the image. It's like a necklace that shows a harp with a dagger going through it.
Ah.
And he always wore this. My name is Nessim Walandra. Leosin had been investigating these raiders for months, even before the attack. I think that he might have tried to infiltrate their group when they retreated, or was captured and carried away as prisoners. But no one understands him, the raiders, better than he does, and his knowledge will be invaluable against fighting them. Whenever you find their camp, please look for any sign that Leosin is still there. I'd be
We have
willing to
mission.
pay you too. And he pulls out a
Okay.
sack of 250 gold.
Right, halfway the
Holy
job
shit.
with that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right.
So what? Give me the names of them again.
So the guy's name was Leosin or Lanthar. That's the guy that's missing, and he's the Harper Scout.
Wait a minute. That's
Isn't that a familiar name?
that is a familiar name.
It should be for at least one of you.
It is. Yeah, he saved my
I
life
heard
back
that
in
bit.
back in 1467.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I ran into some bandits on my way from Baragos to Baldur's Gate back in 1467, and Leosin was there to give me a hand, and so I owe him my life.
Hey, he's a half-elf monk. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah. So yeah, so naturally I would sort of perk up at this name and be like, I know him.
My.
Do like the whole like Will Ferrell is like elf with Santa's mentioned.
Yeah.
I know him. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Are you
I
gonna say
continue.
anything?
Well, hold on, you were still going over what the names and stuff were, right?
Oh, the guy talking to you is Nessim Waladra. He doesn't have a race? Question mark? Okay,
We
we'll
are
say
human.
he's a human monk. Again, he's like limping real hard, and he appears to be a student of Leosin.
Okay.
Delirious.
And he explains that, you know, this investigation started when all of them were returning to Burdusk after having stopped by Candlekeep. Where at Candlekeep, Leosin had borrowed a number of books about dragons.
What happened to the books?
He never had the chance to return them.
Also, the cultists probably have them at this point then. Well, assuming they actually grabbed those when they grabbed him. Which, if they were about dragons, I'd imagine they would.
Nessim doesn't
yeah.
seem to know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have we mentioned to him that the dude, the cultist dude said they had a scout?
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's what prompted Nighthill to bring him down here, because he put two and
Right.
two
Oh,
together.
okay.
So now you have a name of the Harper Scout. You know who it is.
Yes.
But we have drink waters in chat.
Oh, you know what? I just ran out of water. Let me go grab some more. It'll take me
Yeah,
like
I gotta go
2
check
minutes.
the plumbing real quick. I will be right back.
I got my Gatorade.
Weak.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna get water too.
God. Take the cup. Then I gotta fish my way out of here. Oh no.
Well, I say water, but really it's Gatorade because I have Gatorade drinking powder, the drink powder stuff.
Oh man, my freaking headset fell. The heck, Weeb is moving. Yeah, dude. Freaking imagine.
Imagine.
My model be freaking. Okay. Water has been achieved.
Achieved. I was saying I got like that Gatorade drink powder stuff.
Oh, that stuff is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I stopped buying soda.
Nice.
It's not that I won't drink it, it's that I won't go out of my way to go buy it.
Hey man, whatever works. All right. Are we still missing Whim?
Yes.
Okay. Is Mr. Psychic still here?
Can I roll to hit the check?
No. Stay hydrated, I'll break your Nico kneecaps. Hey man, listen, Kiwi, listen. I got water, alright? I got an entire new glass of water. Actual water. You better... Hold on. Ah, delicious. Alright,
no.
yep.
I'm
I
crispy.
turned myself into a pickle, Morty.
Morty, I've turned myself into a pickle. Kiwi, don't do it. Don't do it. Listen. Don't. That's a bannable offense. Alright? Don't do me like that.
Uh-oh. What am I
return.
gonna look at?
Don't do me like that. Alright, now that everybody's back. Ah. Sorry, I drank like a ton of water. Jesus. You can't ban Whim's mod? I sure can.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
Yes, I can.
You have no power here.
You have no power here. All right.
Hmm.
Yo, is that crackers that I hear? God damn.
Maybe.
Delicious.
Hmm.
You got
I
peanut butter
am
and
so
jelly
low
on
on food.
have
I
no
have been putting
power.
off my grocery run for so
Hello, Wi-Fi?
long and just
Oh.
ordering food. So I'm down to eating crackers and craft singles.
Oh, no.
I'm literally out of anything else to eat. I ran out of jelly. I can't even make any more peanut butter
No
and jelly
peanut
cracker
butter?
chips.
Plenty of power to double
Well,
impact.
so one thing I did last night was I just took a big scoop of peanut butter and I just ate it.
Yo, that's what... Oh, we've just died. He's fucking
Oh.
dead.
He warped out of, phased out of existence. He shifted. He plane shifted.
He plane shifted.
He went back to his holy temple.
His holy Hatsune Miku temple.
Hmm.
Why am I? That's what it is.
Oh, he back and he crispy. All right. Oh, there you go.
Actually, perfect. Now this is the weeb we know and love. Crispy weeb.
Crispy fried weeb. Let's go, dude. All right. So,
Brian.
kind of
That's
refocusing.
Amy,
Anything else you want to ask this wounded monk boy?
Hmm. You know?
I don't have any.
No.
I don't really think I have anything to ask him.
All right. Well, he kills himself. No. So
Wow.
he hobbles off, and
That's
Governor
so
Nighthill kind of
Can this post get 900 likes?
no. Governor Nighthill kind of looks at the bag of 250 gold, and he sort of hands it to you guys, and he's like, "Well, I guess this is intended for you, but you know, make sure you actually rescue Erlanthar, or at least, you know,
Die
get some
trying.
closure."
If he's dead, bring back the body.
Leoson's been helping us out for a long time, though I suspect it's because he knew that we would have been attacked.
So sad. I look around for Alexa. No.
I was in the middle of drinking.
I was about to say, you're about to find 45, like, Subarus on top of you here pretty soon.
I take a look around. I note everyone's tired condition, and I suggest to the party, perhaps we could take a small rest just to catch our bearings before we catch up to these ruffians.
Okay, we can rest for an hour. I think
Okay,
we have time,
yeah.
and then once we're done with that, we can go head off in the direction of the camp.
Okay. So, let me go over here, close that, and then we'll go ahead and where is
Time skip.
Well, hold on. I had a few of these. Nope, that's not it. Is this one? Nope.
Yep.
Are these musics too happy for you?
I'm looking for something in specific because I had something, but I think this was it. Well, either way. Overnight, or well, not overnight, sorry, because it's a short rest. What do you guys do?
Well, I just received the Find Familiar spell, so I want to use that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Eldritch Cannon now. And we haven't I haven't used it yet, so I can use it and then recover it after the long rest. Actually, no, I don't think I will though, because we are gonna trek. I'll
Well-
probably just tinker with some stuff.
Yeah, so an important thing to remember is that abilities that require you to use a long rest, such as your little turrets from the artillerist, you would have to burn a spell slot to use. Because it's the same day.
Hold on a second.
So the way that the little turrets work is at the start of the day, or rather during a long rest, you basically assemble one. And it takes you the entire long rest to do.
Are you sure? I don't see
Does it recover on a short rest?
No. It recovers. Hold on. Once you create a cannon, you can't do so again until after you finish a long rest, or until you extend a spell slot to create it. So
Right.
I can create one for free, and then if I want to create another one before I take a long rest to recoup my creation charge or whatever, then I'd have to expend a spell slot.
Okay.
So I can create one now, and then without having to use a spell slot or anything, and then mainly because I don't have any more spell slots for the day, and then once we take a long rest, get that charge recuperates or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything. I don't have to use a spell slot to create it. It's just that if I want to create it, go ahead.
The way that it's intended to work, it's just poorly worded, is that basically throughout a long rest, you just kind of assemble a bunch of stuff, and that's your turret. You get one for free. And it's like just a bunch of minor magics, but it's basically something that you create, that you physically build. And so I felt like it would be weird is if, you go to talk smack to this dragon, and then when you come down, you're like, oh, I randomly have all these parts that I've assembled. So the use case feels a little weird, but
Well, I mean,
okay.
it is. You can make it small or even tiny sized.
Yeah,
It's not that much materials, and in general, my tinkering kind of assumes I already have bits and pieces to use and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, because it looks like I can do this during combat too. Yeah, look, you can take an action to magically create a small or tiny eldritch cannon in an unoccupied space on a horizontal surface within 5 feet of you. Yeah, I don't see anything about this being treated like it's a spell cast, with the exception of trying to create another one. Like, for example, if I create one, my free one, essentially, and it gets destroyed, I can't create another one until I either take a long rest or expend a spell slot before I get, if I'm doing it again before I do a long rest to recover it.
Okay.
So in short, I could create one right now, and it's not like it has a timer on it.
No, yeah,
I
lasts
can only
until
have
it's
one at a
destroyed.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Until you get the ability to have 2 at a time.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. Other people can kind of talk. I'm gonna look a little bit more into the different kinds that I can create.
Well, you can commit war crimes, you can push enemies away, or you can have a little bubble shield.
You know what? For a Halo aesthetic, the bubble shield does seem pretty cool.
The bubble shield is pretty nice. Temporary HP every round, but that's all it can do.
Well, it is. Yeah, it's temporary HP. And oh, never mind. I thought it was saying plus intelligence as well, but it's
Nah.
no, it's based on my intelligence. That would be pretty cool though. Protection and inspiration. Yeah. So I mean, other people talking. Go.
I'm going to use my find familiar spell.
And what familiar are you calling?
I'm going to call a pseudo dragon.
Very original. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
I believe I'm allowed to as a warlock.
You
but maybe...
are allowed to. Well, Pact of the Chain specifically is.
Oh, is that okay?
But I don't think it makes a lot of sense for you not to be able to. You are perfectly allowed to do so because you got the Find Familiar spell via your Eldritch Invocation.
It's true, I did.
So, I mean, you just don't get all the super cool abilities that Pact of the Chain would. So
Right.
a pseudo dragon is fine. However, the one that you get might be a little weird.
That is perfectly fine. Actually, I had in mind that it was a feathered serpent.
Oh, a Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah, like a little one of those. So no arms, no legs. Stinger is a little bit.
So
it's there, but it's covered in a crest of feathers.
what
I just thought that'd be cute.
what I was going to give to you was a fairy pseudo dragon.
Those
ones,
are both cute.
The ones with little butterfly wings, except it's
Yeah.
like it's a little funny.
She's been touched by the spirit.
Oh yes, oh yes, because it's called forth by the Book of Shadows that you were given. So this
It's
dragon is a little different every time you look at it. It's like you could be staring straight at it, it's totally fine, and you blink and it's like partially undead. It's like every time you perceive it, it is slightly different. It's like at a different stage in its life.
Okay.
And it constantly cycles this way.
Okay.
And that applies to everybody. So whenever
So
you
do
look
I
at
have
this
to-
dragon, which by the way, it looks like any other dragon except it has little butterfly wings. But every time you look at it, it's at a different point in its life. Sometimes
Okay,
it's
I'll take
actually
that.
just dead.
I'll go with that. A corpse or like bones?
I mean, kind of like a rotting, decaying corpse.
Okay. Can it sometimes be bones?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I prefer my dragon's boneless.
I wanted a boneless dragon. Y'all mind if I get all boneless? Oh shit, that reminds me. Fuck. I gotta do some business real quick.
I just prefer my
Super
dragon's
important.
bone in, that's all. As opposed to bone out. Okay. Great. I love her. Her name is Yib.
Okay.
Yib.
And she's great.
All right, give
For
me.
those of you who did not join us last time, my character is an old crone who is a warlock for a great old one, whose name has not yet been revealed.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Very good. Sorry, I just need to do a few things.
So unprepared.
Well, it's like I kind of owe somebody some money, and I told them I would get it to them real soon. And I kind of forgot up until just now.
It's like a D&D campaign. Let's hope you don't get your knuckles broken by the dragon cult for not
Yeah.
paying your guy back.
Okay, so there's that. And
Forget to
then-
get us off cash. We take another fingernail. You know, like that.
Oh,
That's how it
God.
goes, right? That's what the mob does.
I don't know.
You take your fingernails.
Oh no.
I mean, probably depends on which mob.
Yeah.
There are
If it's-
varieties. There are different flavors of mob.
If it's the Discord mob, they take your toe picks.
Yeah, I was gonna say they take your toes.
Yeah, they take your toes.
Here we are.
Isn't there like a JoJo villain that kills women and takes their hands or whatever?
Yeah, Yoshikage Kira.
All I know about him is that I keep seeing people post this super long description of
Oh
somebody who
yes.
lives a
Oh, I
normal
love.
life.
Yeah, my name is Yoshikage Kira. Oh.
And he's like, I go for walks sometimes. I live
No,
I live here.
Yeah, it's very much in the same vein as the monologue from American Psycho.
Yeah, I just connected that.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a
Well, American
actually, hold
Psycho
on.
was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but keep in mind, JoJo was written a while ago. Like the source material was written a while ago. That's a good
I
question.
live on the American Gardens building on West 81st Street on the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old. I believe in taking care of myself and a balanced diet and rigorous exercise routine in the morning. If my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an ice pack while doing my stomach crunches. I can do 1,000 now.
I could do 1,000 now. I love that line.
Okay, so sorry about that. All right. So, does anybody else want to do anything in particular during the short rest?
Not really.
No, not really.
Alright.
I also want to note that American Psycho's 2000 and Diamond is Unbreakable, which is part 4, which is where Kira's from, is 1992 for the manga. So if anything, it's probably unrelated, but if anything, it would have been JoJo that had inspired American Psycho, not the other way around.
But was the monologue in the manga?
I'm sure it was. Like I have zero doubt that it was in the manga.
Did you choose a turret win or a Eldritch Cannon?
I have opted not to create one yet, mainly because I don't need a ton of time. It just takes an action. I can do it in combat.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to hold off on committing to a specific one until I know what sort of situation I'm going to use it in.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just tinkering.
Yeah, that's fine. Alrighty, so it is later at night.
They are unrelated. That's fascinating.
I mean, I would say it's not that crazy. I mean, it's just a villain, like a super like obsessive villain monologue.
Wait a second. God damn it. This was the song I was looking for last time. Oh, whatever. All right. So, you guys end up getting, going north, and I need to read, another, alrighty. Okay, so you start to head north, and by north I mean south, because I'm bad at reading. Yeah. So, with your passive perceptions, I believe both you and Weeb are capable to find kobold tracks. Many beast footprints are deeper on the retreat than they were on the approach mark. They were weighed down with loop on the homeward bound trip. Okay. The trail leads south for about 12 miles.
Wait, hold on. I thought the camp was north.
I had to correct myself because I was wrong.
Okay, so the camp is south.
It is south. It is actually south.
Okay. All right, cool.
South about 12 miles. Do you guys want to like do anything over this trip?
Sing a sea shanty.
In addition to that, I'd say probably keep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this would just be a passive or just like active perception or investigation checks on like the footprints. I want to try and like gauge any additional information I can glean from these tracks as we're kind of going.
I mean, again, the steps going from the camp to the town are again lighter than the ones going the other way back because again they were likely stealing stuff and then carrying it all the way back. Otherwise, there's not really too much here. It's just
any unusually sized prints.
No.
Okay.
Are they all kobold prints?
No. There are like human-sized footprints that are all more or less the same size, and then kobold prints.
No ambush drakes or anything.
Ambush drakes are medium-sized. They are about this. I mean, their tracks look like kobold tracks because they're all dragonkin. I mean, you could make a survival roll to determine like how many ambush drakes there might have been, but
yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, okay.
I'll help him because I have
survival.
I've lived in the woods for a long time.
Okay.
In swamp.
Well, so are you giving him the help action or are you rolling independently?
Whichever one is better. I don't know.
You don't know, and I can't tell you.
Yeah. I'll let it slide this time, but like whenever you give a help action, it is specifically you are giving them advantage.
I see.
Right.
Okay, I'll help him.
Well, okay. I mean, again, in this case, it doesn't matter because Wim would have failed either way. Yeah, he rolled really badly.
I should have just run my own.
What was that, like a 1 and a 3? Oof, Jesus.
Yeah. But so I'll go ahead and let you know because you have lived in the woods, even though these are plains. There are no forests actually like remotely nearby. But you would say that most of the main army has probably passed through here, so at least 100 of each. Ish.
Big.
Yeah, it's a pretty big group.
Army.
Sorry. So as you travel, there is a more rugged region where steep-sided rocky plateaus replace the gently rolling hills. The land between these plateaus is largely flat, broken only by outcroppings and wandering streams in steep-sided gullies. The plateaus jut 50 to 100 feet above their relative surroundings and are pretty difficult to climb, except where rocks have fallen and subsidence create natural ramps. Okay, so up ahead, you guys can kind of hear voices. It appears to be cultists, just kind of based on their sort of raspy-ish, scratchy voice.
Can we roll to listen in closely to try and figure that out?
Sure.
Okay, that'd be, I think, perception, so I'm going to roll perception.
Would anybody else like to roll, or perhaps give assistance?
I will roll.
Good call. What the hell is with my rolls today? Every single one has been garbage.
Oh, that must be
Wi-Fi suddenly
stupid.
fucking died.
I haven't
Is
rolled
someone-
anything higher. I haven't rolled higher than a 7 on all 6 of my rolls. So far.
Simply
It's
cannot relate.
Actually crazy.
I've rolled nothing below a 7, so maybe you should just let me do it.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Okay. So, Weeb is the only one that passes. And you can clearly hear that these guys are cultists. They appear to be kind of tired, a little worn out. They were probably involved in some of the combat that was done, like where you guys weren't, where the guards went to the mill. So they're kind of wounded, and there's like 3 of them. I mean, you could easily like just jump these guys.
I'm
okay, so I
interested in
turned
jumping these guys.
Okay, so I immediately turned to my party. All right, so we could just jump these guys.
Point the way, strange young man.
Yeah, okay.
I ready my spells.
Alrighty. So, I do not want to do a whole encounter where you guys can rip them apart in a single round. So, what I'm going to have you do is each of you are going to do a one, one action. It can be a spell, it can be an attack, a skill check, whatever it is you want to do, like as though it were an encounter. You have like one turn worth of stuff to do.
Okay, hold on. How many did you say how many there were?
There were 3 of them, and they're wounded.
Oh, they're all clustered together?
No, but
Are they all within like a 15-foot cone per se?
if you got real close to them, yeah.
That's fine. Because I could use my action to create a flamethrower eldritch turret, and then it has the ability to move, and I can fire it as a bonus action.
Right. So you're making the small sized one, correct? Because
Make the big one.
the tiny sized one, I don't think can move.
True. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's meant to be held as a gun.
Gun.
Well, hold on. I don't think that can it will hunt. A small edge cannon occupies its space of whatever, and a tiny one can be held in the hand. Blah 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 blah. If you create, no, I mean, no. I think that regardless of whether or not it's small or tiny, it does the same amount of damage.
Well,
And
yeah.
either one can have legs and move. I don't think there's anything that prevents a small one from having legs and moving.
Okay.
It is small enough to be held. I could wear it as a shoulder turret or something.
The
but there's
difference
no
between
rules
the
that it can't
small
be.
one and the tiny one is the difference is you can't hold the small one and use it as a weapon.
Right.
The tiny one you can.
Right, but either one can be an autonomous
Sure,
turret
sure,
that walks around.
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I would do. Does size between small and tiny have any effect on like stealth checks?
No, nor does it have any effect on EC.
What are there any benefits to it being aside from the held or not? Is there any benefit to being small or versus tiny?
Well, a tinier size can fit through tinier spaces. So, for example, like medium creatures cannot move through each other. However, a small creature, a tiny creature can move under a medium creature. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And for the
There's nothing
sake
else.
of
There's
well,
Go ahead.
for the sake of squeezing, a medium creature can fit into a small size space by squeezing. A small creature can fit into a tiny size space by squeezing, so on.
I'm just not finding that there's an advantage of having it be small size as opposed to tiny size.
I
Or just if it doesn't have
I
any-
was 900% sure that the way it's intended is that the tiny size can't move on its own.
Give me a sec to Google. Everybody else can kind of talk. Give me a sec to Google that because I'm not seeing anything that says it can't.
I should have asked if advantage would be a factor.
Oh, it's okay. It wasn't, but
What do you intend to do, Weep?
Oh, I just sacred flamed him.
I did
Oh, okay.
Mind's liver.
You got me yawning. Good God. All right, so all of you have taken your any bonus actions from either of you two while Wim's looking at this.
No. My bonus action, I have to attack with my melee weapon to be able to do that.
I have to take damage.
Well, that's a reaction, not quite a bonus action, but
Celebrate
Yeah.
that.
I am not.
I mean it's fine either way. It's not actually that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'm just very confused by the fact that like there seems to be no real reason to create a small one over a tiny one because functionally they can do the exact same things. It's just that a tiny one can squeeze into smaller spaces and can be held. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, in that case, since there's no rule saying that it can't, move around just like a small one can, I'm gonna make a tiny eldritch cannon. Hold on, sorry. What everybody else said they're gonna do?
I'm
For
mind
right?
spiking someone.
Sacred
They're both
flame.
using cantrips.
Are those targeting individuals
Yes.
or group? Okay, so then you
Individual.
said there was like 3 of them.
Yep. There are 3 of them. They are wounded.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use my action to create a tiny eldritch cannon with flamethrower. It can move, separate from like any actions. That's just movement. To get up to them close enough to position it so they can hit them with a 15-foot cone, and then it uses my bonus action to cast the flamethrower.
And it's 2d6.
It is 2d8 damage.
8.
But hold on. So each creature in the area must make a dex saving throw.
Against your spell save DC.
Right, and then they take 2d8 on a failed save, or they take half damage on a successful one.
Right. Okay.
So similar to magnify gravity, basically.
Yeah. It's just a real mini burning hands. Okay. So what's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is, I am looking for it. That would be on my core page, right?
It's under spells.
That's under spells. Spell save DC is 14.
Okay. All right. So there's 1 left alive. Well, actually, roll 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6. Okay, hold on. D6, 2.
Okay.
All
right. They're all dead.
Yeah, they're all dead. There's no way. There's no way they're not dead.
Even if the other 2 hadn't used cantrips. Okay.
Yes. Robo Boy too strong.
Yeah.
This is
So
great.
these guys are dead. Do you do anything in particular to them, or
Loot.
I mean, you find cultist robes and broken what was it? Scimitars? Yeah.
Scimitars,
Any
yeah.
coins?
Nope.
Any money? No.
Nope.
Damn, these guys are poor.
Yeah.
We need to find some bougie cultists. Get the real money. All right. Well, anybody else want to do anything? I mean, do we want to put on the robes?
I want to put on the robes.
Sure, we could put on the robes.
Well,
Alright.
actually, maybe we should wait until we've actually ready to infiltrate the base before we put on our disguises.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we could always find ourselves accidentally running into the guys on the way, though.
That's true. We could be ambushed.
And then we can murk them.
I'd like to take the long rest at some point.
Well, yeah. The idea was we'd get close to them and then take the long rest, right?
Do they have any maps or anything of how to get back to the base? They're not very smart.
They've literally been walking just the same trail.
That doesn't mean they don't have a map.
Well, as
The
far as
tracks are
you
right
have
there.
seen, none of these guys have a map.
There's literally tracks.
Yeah, I mean, these 2 have passive perceptions high enough to just follow the tracks all the way there. The average cultist and kobold and ambush drake do not have maps.
Okay. I think it'd be interesting if there were other places of interest on the map, but I guess that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, again, you're basically just walking through fields. I mean, I can show you on the map. Wrong one.
I get it. It's flat. It's featureless. It's boring.
It's pretty lame. Let's see. So, you guys would be. Oh no. Oh, it's kind of doing this wrong. There we go. Yeah. So you guys are basically like right outside of town. There ain't nothing here. All right, so you just keep walking? Do you put on the robes? Do you?
I'm just gonna keep walking.
I mean, I'd put on the robe.
All right, so just a whim. Okay. Thank you, Windows. Alrighty, I need to hide this and make sure all of this is hidden. Okay. Alrighty. So, as you guys are walking, and you're starting to get closer. I need. What's the walking order?
I'll be up front.
I think we gotta put Weeb in front, and then me, and then, well, maybe me in the back. We gotta protect Wim.
But don't I have like the highest AC?
No.
I don't. Oh,
Nope.
oh
Weeb has
I thought
you
I
beat
did.
by 1.
Close enough. All right. Well, I cast enhanced. No, I'm kidding. I refuse to allow somebody to do better than
Well,
me.
you could protect the old woman because I think I have the lowest AC.
You definitely have the lowest AC.
But I also have high passive perception, so I would notice.
Oh yeah. Well, so hold on. I can. Just to confirm, I have the bag of holding, which still has the stupid swan in it.
Yep. And then
and
you have the
enhanced
+1
defense, right?
Yeah, so you had to have put that +1 defense on something, like at the start
Right.
of the day.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be at the start of the day?
Yes.
You sure?
Yep.
What did you put it on?
Well, I didn't, because I didn't have the infusions yet, I don't think.
No, you were level
Oh.
2 by then.
It's true.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, I was. I mean, I didn't, so it's too late at this point.
Well, you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say I put it on.
Well, no. We're not gonna hand wave that. I didn't cast enhanced defense on anything, and so we don't have anything with enhanced defense on it. I want to double check that. Hold on. Hold on. Artificer and enhanced defense. I'm fine to keep walking.
Well, because something's about to happen, and this is like important.
Click on. I'm. Hold on 1 second. You can't infuse. Blah. Choose battlesmith. Hold on. No. Enhanced
Whenever you
defense.
finish a long rest. Yeah. So when you finish a long rest, you can touch a non-magical object and infuse it with one of your artificer infusions, turning it into a magic item.
Okay. So it's not like once you have it's like when you finish.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, getting smacked by this restrictive Yu-Gi-Oh tier wording.
Yeah.
Like when versus can. Yeah. Oh.
It's lame because there are certain abilities and such that work the other way around, and so to make sure that those abilities are still useful for the people that get them, you got to be lame.
Right.
All right.
Maybe you should read your rules, Mark.
Well, no, that's.
Well,
I honestly
the wording
think,
is, you know.
I think errata is like the lamest thing, but it is what it is. All right. So speaking of passive perceptions, how high do we have?
13 for me, I believe. Let me
Where do I
double
find
check.
it again?
It's at the bottom of your skills, so you go down from strength to charisma and then straight down from there, and you'll see passive wisdom, perception.
Yes, 13.
I have 15.
Okay, so none of
Well,
you see
okay
it.
then. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and sit around and eat shit in the middle of the pack.
All right. So none of you see this happen. All right. Give me a moment to set up the encounter.
Oh boy, how fun!
Let me get that. So what is this? So is that on the map? Or
Yeah. Okay, Key. We'll drink some water.
it's too much water.
That's how you get ripped. You drink tons of water.
Yep. Oh yeah, baby. Oh
That's the good
yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
Guzzle
hell
that
yeah.
water.
that was
Let it dribble down your face.
It's just I'm not even drinking it. It's just pouring down my front. The Chad quench. Oof. Shut up, Kiwi.
Oh, actually, I have a better map for this. What the fuck? One second. Specifically gave me a map for something for once, and I'm just like, wait, what? I
Nani?
don't want to use this one. Okay. Don't worry about it if you've seen this one before. And so the marching order is what? Weeb, Chrome, Wim, and...
It's
No,
just
I'm
3 of us.
Chrome. He's Crone.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm the shiny
And
metal.
it's the crone. It's a title.
No. It's just who you are now.
My life.
Okay, so these two would be here, and then here. He's over here, and over here. Alrighty. So, right up ahead, you hear kobolds who kind of jump out at you. I will take you guys to the map. Once I find it. Here we are.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Well, good thing I made that Eldritch Cannon.
Well,
Gonna need an extra person.
yeah. So you see these two kobolds right in front of you. And they look straight at you, Wim. And they say, in Draconic, actually, do you speak Draconic?
No, I have Primordial and Sylvan.
All right, so they say, and the other nods in agreement.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Deep speech.
Yeah, do either of you guys have Draconic?
No, I don't have draconic. I have deep speech.
I don't
'Cause
remember
I
what
think that's the
languages I
language
have.
of the old
I know I
world.
have Celestial and Common.
You
That
can't
might be
click.
all
It's
the
on your
languages
front
you have.
page underneath.
Yeah, if you go to
Passive
bottom left.
Wisdom.
Yeah, and you see the 4 cultists over there by the campfire. Oh, sorry, I forgot
Oh,
to actually.
Did we go too far?
Nope.
Hold on,
Yeah,
I'm in cultist robes.
So the 4 cultists
We're
are on
all
the
in
campfire.
cultist robes.
Only Wim said that he was in cultist robes. When I
Hey.
specifically asked you guys, so do you wear the cultist robes? I got silence.
Wait, didn't Weeb say no?
Yeah, Weeb
I
said
said
he
no,
he,
yeah.
he specifically keeps on walking.
Yeah.
I made sure to ask.
I didn't say anything. I kind of just like in real life, like just went like, it's like shook my head like this is gonna cause issues.
I knew I asked 3 times.
Yeah, you did.
Definitely, I said no at first, but then I changed my mind and I definitely said that I was gonna put him on.
Okay. That's fine. That doesn't change the encounter per se. because there are still 2 of you who don't have them on.
No, one.
One.
Uh,
Oh, Annabelle didn't
Annabelle
put
doesn't
any
have
on.
them on
Oh,
either
right,
because
yeah,
the
yeah.
Annabelle,
rogues-
you dumb bitch.
Well,
I actually forgot that she was here because earlier you said that she wasn't with us, but I guess I forgot that
she
didn't
wasn't with
apply
you
to
for
this.
the interrogation scene, but she was
Right,
the
yeah,
last NPC that you had with you.
You know, I kind of want to fight, but what we could do is we could pretend that we're taking prisoners.
Also,
Yeah, we
the
could-
encounter is still going, mind you.
Well, it's not a combat yet because there's no combat music.
Right,
clearly.
right. Well, I haven't had you roll initiative, but an encounter can be a social one.
Right,
Right.
So they have talked to me, and I'm just going to
Other things
sort
are
of-
still happening, mind you.
okay.
I wasn't done
well,
describing.
okay, well go ahead then.
Okay,
Just-
continue.
Just wanted to make sure. So after the kobold speaks, the 4 cultists turn around, and one of them gets up, and he kind of mutters something in Draconic, and then these go over here, and this one starts bolting the other direction. Mind you, this is the direction that you guys are going, and so he steps up, and he regards Wim, and says, So
hold on, I didn't get a chance to react to the kobolds.
I mean, this basically all happens essentially at once.
Well, so they say something and then don't give me a chance to respond and then run off.
Yeah, because what they specifically said was, well...
Well, you can't tell me because we don't know.
I nearly did that. But they,
Okay.
they said
I just
something,
wanna
and then they
confirm, yeah.
immediately started running.
All right, I'm gonna sort of wave. I'm gonna like casually wave off the cultists and say we have prisoners.
All right. So first, he looks at.
I want to act very nonchalant about this, like it's like obvious. Like, come on, dude, this is obvious. We're
Yeah. So he looks at Weeb, who is decidedly not chained up or beat up at all, and then look back
yeah,
at you.
I knew this.
Then over at Annabelle, who is also uninjured, and then back at you and says, "Yeah."
They are considering they've considered conversion.
Give me that deception, boy.
Oh,
The
All right.
deception. Don't you want me to do it?
Well, I mean, I'm the one who's
They're talking to
so I
you,
kinda-
but
Well, it's already
maybe
too
they
late.
I know it's too late.
All right, I ready my weapons.
Well, hold on, because what Psychic said is not necessarily, all that
okay.
there is. You can either give the help action or you can roll yourself.
Okay,
And this
I'm
applies
gonna
to
roll
anybody.
Myself. I don't. Even if I didn't hear what that dumb bitch said, I don't trust that dumb bitch to roll high.
All right. Does anybody else wish to do something?
no.
Annabelle similarly remains silent. So, since you did choose to roll yourself, what do you say?
That's a good question. I wasn't really prepared.
He suddenly becomes a bard and uses vicious mockery.
Taunts.
warlocks
Just
get
nothing
vicious
but
mockery.
nonstop taunts. Well, what do these cultists look like?
So the
Are
guy
they,
talking to you is a grunt. The other 3 also seem to be grunts, but the way that he regards you, he seems to be a little smarter than most of the ones that are just around the village. You can generally gather that this is one of the ones from the home base. He's probably used to talking to other cultists. He's basically not quite as stupid as the rest of them.
Okay. I think the story I'm gonna go with is that I have come from. So, I have the pin of the guy who said that I was the
Who was the
scout.
commander. Yeah.
No, he said that I was the enemy of the scouts.
Oh,
right.
right. Yeah.
So I think that's the story that I'm gonna go with, and I'm gonna tell them that, I came to. And I'm gonna tell them about the guy who died, but I'm gonna present the pin, and I'm gonna make it out to be I recovered his dead body, and his dying gasp was to he didn't really have any
Was to-
possessions when he
no.
was there.
I was
So I can't return like something, but like maybe I can make it out to like he wants
For the
his
sake of the ritual.
his death in service to the Dragon Queen known.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll say that I collected these other guys, and these other guys are also like part of my little, band when we've come to like.
So he
we're enemies
seems to be reaching for his scimitar, but as soon as you present the symbol, he kind of like snarls a little bit. Not he's like clearly frustrated because I mean you flash like his boss's badge, which means he can't boss you around, and so he's like, all right, well, just make sure you bring him to Resmir first. She's the one that's holding the ritual anyway. And he goes straight back to what he was doing, and nobody else seems to say anything.
Not even any information about who that fucking guy was.
Well, you got the badge. You pulled it right out of his
It's the chain of
bones.
command. I mean, it works the same way in the military.
Usually, you don't get the rank of corporal by killing the corporal
Well,
and presenting his dead body to the people.
This is a cult.
of his
It's a
regiment.
meritocracy to the highest degree.
Okay, I was gonna try to figure out who he was, but I guess if they're gonna react like that to the symbol, then I might as well, I figure that they would be really suspicious that the emblem was not inside my body at that moment, but maybe my story was convincing enough.
Well, you can ask him.
I don't know if I want to risk
If
that.
you really want, yeah, I mean, you can. I'm not gonna stop you.
What do you think, Whim and Weeb?
I don't want. Don't look a
yeah, we
gift horse
just
in the
keep
mouth. Let's
going.
just go. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight like 8 kobolds.
It is a lot of them.
And
Although,
bitch.
if I, you know what, if I were to walk like here-ish, I could probably roast most of these guys with my flamethrower. At least these 4 probably, right? But that still leaves these guys and these guys and these guys. So I think we just go.
I think we just go.
Well, I listened to the prudent advice of my good friends. And we just head on, unbothered.
So as you get near the bottom, this guy kind of like stops you along the way. He's like, oh, by the way, you might want to have these. Resmir and Asbarajos, they don't like the slaves having the ability to move. And he hands specifically Crone like 3 sets of shackles.
3.
Yep.
3?
3 of them.
I'm in focus robes.
Well, yeah. They're not supposed so it's 2 for right now, and then 1 extra, because the cultists are just supposed to have them.
Okay. I thought they saw right through that guy with the ring.
Oh, the ring goes invisible.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, whatever,
They
okay.
don't really seem to care about him. Like, even if they did see through his lie, what matters is that you have the badge. And so he hands you 3 sets of shackles. Now, these are the kinds of shackles in which the arms and legs are kind of connected by a chain. It's just like 4 chains that go into a central like chamber that has the key on it.
Oh yeah.
So he hands them to you and kind of gestures for you to put them on, and then he like realizes that you're an old ass lady. He's like, oh, here, I got you, and he will begin to restrain.
Son,
We'll still be able to.
young
We'll still be able
man.
to.
Helpful to your elders.
We'll still be able to like
Bless.
hobble walk, right?
You can hobble
Blessings of
walk.
the great
though
mother upon you.
I will say that spells that have a somatic component you cannot cast.
Whim, you are not shackled. You have the robe.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
right,
are
yeah,
not
okay,
shackled.
never mind.
It's just
Yeah, well,
it's just
like-
Oh, I don't care then.
yeah.
Actually, no, I do care. No, Annabelle, my girl.
yeah,
Getting
yeah.
chained up.
They,
And it's
they-
not by
Oh
me.
no, Annabelle!
they are
oh,
going
no.
to-
It's not my-
they're gonna chain her up. She doesn't
God, Annabelle.
resist.
Oh my god, Annabelle's chained up.
I,
Oh
I,
no.
I wink
Anyway.
at her and mutter, "We've trained for this."
tried for this?
She pretends not to hear that.
No, I don't actually say that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and so after they strip her of her gun, they also hand that to you, Crow.
I'll take the gun.
Yeah,
need the gun.
it is a rifle. It has a few insignias on it. It's definitely like pretty fancy and quite well maintained. Or at least you assume it is because it looks shiny.
I'm going to show off a little bit to this nice young man, and I'm going to show him that I had everything under control by using a little bit of prestidigitation of like dark psychic whispers. I'm going to be like, "Thank you, young man. The physical restraints weren't necessary, but I appreciate them nonetheless. How kind."
He nods and says, of course, mistress. It's just the orders of Resmir and Asbaratos.
I smile and nod and keep going.
All right, so you guys will make it to the camp just fine. Do you keep them shackled because you have the key?
Well, I thought we
have
were
so
planning
much
to not go
power.
directly to the camp. I thought we were gonna hide off to the side and wait for them to leave, and then sneak in when it was relatively empty.
This isn't the actual gate.
This is not the
checkpoint.
gate. This is
Right.
a checkpoint. That
Oh, I thought when you said you come to the camp, I thought you meant we kept.
No,
walking
I
and
said
kept
you
the camp.
can make it to the camp.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna
We should
sneak
keep
off.
them shackled. Yeah, keep them shackled until we get kind of out of sight, and then
Yeah,
we'll
we're getting
dip
out
off
of
the
sight.
path and stuff.
Yeah,
Once we know where the camp is.
Kagerou is just giving me the chance to be a complete bitch to Annabelle.
I mean, yeah, you two hold like the most power here, so I mean, you can go to the camp if you desire. But if you wish to camp outside of it, that's fine. You could even camp with these guys.
You know, I don't think we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and we're gonna camp out and we're just gonna hang out sort of nearby.
Okay.
Out of sight.
I have a map for this too.
Because I'm thinking
how far from the main camp are we?
You're basically like a mile out.
I'm thinking like plausible deniability. We can make it like a quarter mile, sort of get out of the way, and if anybody finds us on their way back or on their way out, we can be like, "Oh, we didn't really make it all the way." You know, the prisoner was like being annoying, and I'm old, so
Being annoying and
I'm too old to deal with them being annoying.
Well,
So we just camped here. So that's what I'm thinking.
all right. So
got that
I do
plausible
have a
deniability.
campground map. Alrighty. I'll place you there. I'll place you there. Do you keep them shackled while you're camping?
I would say no. I vote for no.
I'm concerned that somebody might stop by and notice us, but
Oh,
Considering that
can
I-
we make it look like they're shackled when it's not actually like totally locked up?
So the shackles aren't really that hard to break. I know that you specifically have thieves' tools since you're an artificer.
Yeah.
You could probably pick them. They're like better than terrible quality, but they're not that great. They're clearly mass produced since literally every cultist has them.
I'm gonna unlock them because I gave that other guy an excuse that I had like mind control over them.
Whether or not he bought it basically doesn't matter because he just like stopped caring after that.
Yeah, he just stopped caring, and I have the emblem, so I think even if they come up on us and the prisoners are unshackled, we'll be fine. So I unshackled the prisoners.
Okay, so here is the campground map, and here is where I would play this. Good lord.
And suddenly the Wanderer and Gold Piece are there, huh?
Wow,
Well,
hey.
So, as I said before earlier in the campaign, I guess Psychic wasn't here, but like the NPCs are technically treated to be traveling with you. It's just like for the purposes of certain scenes, you only have a party of 5.
Okay.
So we have an extra space.
So, during your long rest, you guys are free to, like, role play. You can do whatever you like. Imagine, I don't know how many of you played the original Dragon Age, but this works exactly the same way. You can just walk around the campground and like interact if you like. You don't have to.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit way too close to Weeb. He's gonna smell
nice.
everything.
Oh,
I'm
Good
gonna
start,
show
good
him my familiar, who is a cute pseudo dragon.
oh, poggers.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said before, this dragon, every time you look at it, it's a little more dead, or sometimes it's a little less dead.
So like I'll be like looking at the dragon, I'll look away, and then back to the dragon, and then away and back to the dragon. I'm like, so it really is different every time you look at it.
Her name is Yib. She has chosen to accompany me on this grand journey.
And
Well, I'm glad that
Yib
we
will
have
give
Yib.
a little.
I'm at this point. I'm distraught over having no spells left, and I'm rather tired. So
You're taking
Really just
a nappy nap.
Falling asleep.
yeah, I'm going to my my sentry's rest or whatever.
So how does that work? I mean, describe for the rest of the class how you like fold up in a cardboard box and
I just go full Transformers, like robots in disguise. I turn into a Subaru. Yeah.
Into a
Into a
Subaru.
Subaru. I look at Wib and I go, oh shit, a car,
a new car.
a new car.
Wow. Why were we walking?
You get a car.
We were walking this whole way, and we could have been driving a brand new 2021 Subaru.
God damn.
Yeah, what's crazy is I have proficiency in land vehicles. So eventually I can make one.
Yeah. Specifically, the proficiency is for using them.
Yeah,
but,
you can
know,
drive them.
You can.
I'm an
drive.
artificer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
so
yes,
yeah.
that's what means you can make them.
Yeah. I would like you to describe the scent of my character. I want to know what you think,
Oh, it's
what
very
you're
smelly.
experiencing right now.
It's like a mix between dirt, mud, blood, and other bodily fluids. Not too different from the decomposing bodies that I'm used to. So I'm not really all that bothered.
That's good to hear.
There you have it.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Yeah, what's up?
One other thing that I want to do. Does anybody else here have proficiency with thieves' tools or artisans' tools that they do not actually currently have on them?
Gold piece can use these tools. I will double
Don't believe I have.
the
I
other
have
two.
like doctor's tools, but I think I have all those. Yeah, I have
I
scholars.
was gonna say because I could right now make an extra set of artisan tools.
Annabelle has a set of cards for 3 Dragon Annie, and the Wanderer
Le Wanderer.
has an herbalism kit.
Okay.
gonna
Well, it's just
brew-
extra stuff that I could, if need be, I could just leave as like bait on the ground or something. So why not have an extra set of artisan's tools? I'm gonna use right tool for the job.
Okay.
I'm gonna brew 2 healing potions.
Okay.
Nice. I just kind of
Oh.
do religious stuff.
I'm gonna add
Unlucky. I already have a healing potion that heals for more, so I'm just gonna do one that's 6 and one that's 8, or one that's 4.
Wait a minute. Do I? Oh, it doesn't. So hold on. So my thieves' tools, tinker tools, smith tools, and carpenter tools, and wood carver tools. Those are all listed under my tools.
They
But
are
then-
proficiencies. You don't
Right,
physically
what-
have them on you.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I see it. I see smith's tools and
Yeah.
thieves' tools. Okay. Wait, don't I also didn't I get woodcarver's tools as part of my level up, or just the proficiency?
You just got the proficiency. You would have to buy the item.
Right. Okay.
And you know how expensive a Subaru is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put some artisan tools into my pack.
To more or less describe for the sake of psychic, Annabelle spends her time cleaning and disassembling and reassembling her gun. She only sits in about half of her armor. I mean, notably, she's wearing, like, you know, the under armor, the like chain and canvas and whatever. But it's basically, you know, just more comfortable. Gold piece plays with a copper piece, perhaps ironically, and the Wanderer stares blankly into the fire.
Mm.
I kind of want to talk to one of the NPCs and find out more about them.
I'm heading over here to do like some sort of religious thing, where what I do is I take out my warhammer, and I basically so you know when you like stab poles into the ground,
Yeah.
so I stab the hammer into the ground, and I place both hands on the hammer with my forehead resting on my hands.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
prayer.
All right. Hey, roll religion for me.
Okay, cool. Bring out my character sheet. Religion.
High or low?
I'll do high.
Okay.
59.
We'll
So close.
we'll deal with that when it happens.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the Wanderer.
Okay.
I just want to know. I want to know more about the Wanderer. I just sort of sit next to him, and
So he stares kind of straight forward, and he doesn't really register you move, though when you get like close enough, he'll speak unless you have something to start with.
no, I don't have anything to say
Okay.
yet.
So he doesn't like turn to face you or anything. He just says, "A long journey you must have had."
Longer than you may think, but it comes to an end eventually, and new journeys can be made.
He like waits for a time again, and then like you know the sound of like wood burning, how it makes that like
Crack and pop.
yeah. Like a particularly louder one happens, and then he nods and he says, "Yeah, I suppose that's true."
Endless wandering is not so bad for one's soul.
One wonders.
Right, that was fun.
Yeah.
Really, really exciting. I feel like I really got to know the character. You know, I don't really want to be a social butterfly. I kind of want to go to bed and get this over with. So I'm gonna go to bed.
Alrighty.
Gold Piece can go fuck himself, and Annabelle's a slut. So
Hey, what'd you say about my waifu? The only criticism you're allowed to have is actually no, she has good trigger discipline.
Wait, what do I have in my
None.
inventory?
You're not allowed to have any.
I don't have any.
Also, I forgot to mention, I'm going to swap one of my infusions during this long rest. So I'm going to keep the bag of holding because I kind of have to maintain that if I want to keep the stupid swan, and people are gonna throw a fit if I get rid of the dumb swan. So bag
Yeah,
of
by the
holding.
way,
And...
I mean it's not in there, so I mean,
What?
yeah.
what?
I don't know if anybody remembered.
Well, I remembered it popped out, but
Yeah.
didn't we put it back in?
Yeah. And it's
And
not
it's
there.
not there.
Yeah.
Bob!
Okay, well,
It's
Fuck this one.
it's right. It's
well, I don't know.
sitting in the opening of the tent, like right above you.
Oh, okay. It's not lost. I was concerned.
It's like the Duolingo owl. I see that you skipped your Japanese studies today. Let's
You know
learn
what
how to
happens
scream for help in
next.
Japanese. Okay. Well, I mean, I still think the bag of holding is probably the most, like, literally the most useful infusion I have at the moment. So I'm gonna keep that one. But instead of enhanced defense, because the almighty crone who can take on a dragon champion or whatever, a draconic champion, it probably doesn't need that extra 1 AC. So instead, I'm gonna make alchemy jug.
Okay.
For the utility. That one. So the thing with alchemy jug is, I don't think I have to do this at like when I
I
attune
believe
it
it is when you first use it.
Yeah, in order to use it, I need to well actually hold on, because technically I can. It's just a gallon jug that it could be empty, right? And technically I can just put stuff. I don't have to until I name a liquid. It's just empty, right?
I don't believe that's true. Let me.
I'm looking at the add.org or whatever, and it says it weighs 12 pounds whether full or empty. Even if it's empty, you can hear sloshing sounds. You can use it as a separate thing. You can use an action and name one liquid from the table below to cause the jug to produce the chosen liquid. Afterwards, you can uncork it and pour it out up to 2 gallons per minute. The maximum amount of liquid depends on the.
Oh,
Once
very
it starts
well. Yes,
yeah, so it is empty
it
until
is
I name it.
empty until proved otherwise.
Yeah, and then it's
Schrodinger's
Schrodinger's jug.
Yeah.
And then once I name it, it takes an action, and then it just is automatically full of liquid.
Right.
Quick question.
But
Basic poison.
It will replace whatever is previously in it.
Right. Basic poison. What's the deal with that?
Well, it's a basic poison. You can use an action to dip a weapon in basic poison. If you hit somebody with it, they have to make a save against, I think, DC 12, or they have the poisoned condition.
How much?
It doesn't deal damage.
It doesn't deal. What does poison condition do?
Well, you can look in the compendium. Poisoned. Conditions poisoned. A poisoned creature has a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. Is it relatively undetectable, like colorless, flavorless, odorless, or is it?
Not necessarily. A basic poison is, well, a basic poison. It depends on what you do with it. If you dip ammunition in it, most people aren't going to see it. If you dip a weapon in it, somebody might catch on. You know, it's like, hey, your sword has a funny.
What if I were to
liquid
put
on
it into a drink?
Well, that depends. I mean, it's not odorless. It's not necessarily colorless.
Okay.
Somebody who's not looking for it, like the average commoner, wouldn't see it. But anybody
So if
who's
I were to
remote,
put it in like a glass of wine.
Yeah,
and
the
slip it
average
through a
commoner
leader.
wouldn't see it. Anybody who's like specifically looking for it might.
And then acid.
So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you.
Wait. If I were to throw the alchemy jug?
Yep.
And it has 8 ounces of acid in it.
Yep.
And it breaks when it hits somebody. How much damage would that do?
Well, breaking is the hard part. Magic weapons or magic items don't really break. Unless you specifically use like a spell or something that deals damage to objects.
Oh, you know what? If I had if I had an Eldritch Cannon with the Force Ballista.
Yep.
Could I throw it with my main action and then shoot it with the Ballista as my bonus action?
I would say that the Ballista has disadvantage on its attack rolls while trying to shoot throughout the air while casually thrown by somebody, but sure.
No. As in, I throw the jug.
Oh, and then the ballista shoots it. So the Ballista doesn't deal damage to objects, to a creature.
No.
Nope.
Make a ranged spell attack originating at one creature or object.
Or object. Oh, very well.
2d8 force damage.
I mean, sure, but then you lose the alchemy jug.
Well, until the next day.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it would be equivalent to an acid splash.
Which is how much damage? Probably not enough to make this worth it. I think
so
I'd probably just
it
go
would
with the
be a
Court of
dex
Oil so I
save
can
or
put things on fire.
1d6 acid damage.
Yeah, it would make more sense to just shoot them with the force ballista.
Yeah, you could do
okay.
it.
Yeah,
I'd
I
probably
guess it would
say
make
that
more
it would
sense.
be like an AOE kind of deal because the jug would shatter, so everything in like a
Well, there's shrapnel.
a
and
5
glass
foot
shards.
radius. Well,
Or no, it's ceramic.
yeah. No, I would say the acid would apply to everybody in a 5 foot radius.
I still think that they're better. I mean, the flamethrower would just be a better use damage,
Yeah,
probably.
it
Anyways.
would, but you could do that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Forget the acid and the basic poison. I think oil seems to be by far the most useful thing.
Hey man, you
It's
could
a
just
quart
get
of oil.
water or
Well, but then I can't set things on fire or set up like fire traps with water.
All right. So you're going with the alchemy jug?
Yeah.
Mr. Weave, please be sure that your spells prepared are marked on your sheet.
Indeed.
All right.
They
And is
are.
anybody taking watch?
I mean, I have Sentry's Rest for 6 hours,
Sure.
so we can switch off. Like I can Sentry's Rest, and then like the final 2 hours can be somebody else, or like the first hour can be somebody, and then the middle 6 is me, and then it's whatever.
Do I have
I
to
could-
sleep, or am I too old to care about sleeping?
You do need to sleep. However, you do not need to spend the entire long rest sleeping.
Okay, because I'm a half elf and also super old, I probably don't need to sleep that much.
Well, half
So
elf
I'll
doesn't change
take-
that, but
Does it?
nope.
Do elves
Only
don't
full
elves like
elves.
meditate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not half elves.
dummy. That's stupid. Maybe I should have been a full
Oh.
elf.
Oh, also, one more thing. I can. So I should be. I think we went over this last time. I should be able to change what first level spells I have attuned, right? During a long rest.
Yes. You
Okay.
you work the exact same way that Weeb does. You pick out a number of spells that you have prepared. So theoretically, you know a larger number of artificer spells than you can actually cast.
Right. I'm going to swap out Sanctuary with Catapult.
Catapult's a good one. One of my
Catapult
favorites.
is so much fun.
Especially because you can grab objects midair.
Yes.
Why is Catapult not coming up in the compendium?
I wanted to just further describe the religious setup I got going.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Alright, so we've already established that there's a stabbed war hammer in the ground with a head facing up, and my head's resting on it. Well, in front of it is actually my shield bearing the holy symbol, and aside are, well, in front of that is just one incense. I consumed one incense for it. And my holy text is leaning up against the back on the opposite side of the shield. And my holy symbol is in my hand.
Okay. What specifically do you pray for?
It is a tribute to the fallen.
All right. So, does anything else need to be established for the long rest?
Nope.
Okay. So,
I've got my potions.
when you guys wake up, all of you receive inspiration if you don't already have it.
Yay.
Nice.
A heavenly breeze sets over the night, and all of you just feel better about yourselves.
I really ought to use these inspiration. I still haven't used my inspiration yet, have I?
Honestly, I'm just like giga salty because I've played through like months and months and months and months worth of campaigns where like nobody ever brings it out, and I feel like it's super gay. All right.
Well,
So, I assume you head out to the Raiders camp.
Yeah, I mean it's nighttime now, right? So they're
It is. Well, you took a
or-
long rest, so it's daytime.
sorry, daytime. Where so
Yeah.
they've left to go for the day. Yeah.
Yep. And nobody found you. Nothing really happened on your sentry's rest.
good to see.
All right, give me a moment and a half to.
A mini map. Nice.
Well, not quite. This map is pretty big.
Mega map.
Yeah.
Well, listen, the big map is not the mini map. The mini map is on the bottom left. 'cause
All right.
it's
So,
mini.
which NPCs are you taking with you? You can take 2.
We should take Annabelle and the Wanderer.
What does the Wanderer do?
He is a
Fire
utility
druid.
caster.
Hmm.
He has a burning, like he basically has living flame as a familiar.
Nice, nice. Well, having more ranged is nice, but we kind of don't have any rogues, so I would propose taking Gold Piece.
Not
I
opposed
assume
to
that he's a stabber who gets behind
Uh,
people.
Yes, he does.
He
Yes,
stabs.
he does.
So
he stabs
it's
and he stabs
between-
good.
We have 2 spellcasters, so maybe it's better if we take Annabelle and Gold Piece.
Oh wait, hold on. Well, one more thing. I don't know if it's too late to swap out one of my cantrips.
It is not. Wait.
I think
Cantrips. I don't think you can swap cantrips.
I can't.
No.
Oh,
I think
never
it's
mind then.
Don't you
level
just have
spells.
access to all of them?
Yeah. Cantrips. All the ones that you have, you should just know. Because you picked out what 2 cantrips at the start.
Yeah, I picked up Mending and Ray of Frost.
And I think you just keep those,
Oh, okay.
unless you got a new one this past level.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Do I have to
okay.
pick between my cantrips?
No.
Oh,
Uh,
cool. Poggers.
No. Cantrips are like set for each class. Okay.
Poggers.
I need.
I want Mage Hand. I should.
I need
Whatever.
multiple moments to set this up.
Shrink
okay.
yourself to be 5 pounds and carry yourself off with mage hand.
And then I need gold piece. Where did he? Or actually, did we agree on gold piece over the Wanderer?
Yes.
I agreed.
Yeah,
Gold.
I'd be a gold piece over the Wanderer from me.
Okay.
Hey, Clee, what's up? Oh, you are? Oh, okay.
Oh, hey.
Klee, you mean like that busted Genshin character?
No, like the quote unquote say so ocean VTuber, ocean goddess.
Oh, I see. So
Quote
cool.
unquote.
Quote
Quote,
unquote.
unquote.
Well, we had a fun time.
Wait, why is
talking
she in
about that
VC
VC.
but not in the stream? This sucks. All right.
What? No, Clee's right here. She's in the chat. What are you talking about?
What the heck?
it's true.
Oh, there she is.
This is
Now I
your
see.
chat. Why the fuck? Why am I
Well,
looking
no,
at your
no, no. See,
chat?
Listen. I saw Kiwi's post that Klee and I are in VC, and oh, I didn't see above Klee Young. There we go.
Yeah.
Go men. Welcome to the stream.
No. You have to be truly have to say go men
Oh,
aside.
Sorry, hold on. I even have like a little emotion for this too. Go man. Go man. All right, I'm good. So.
That's good to
Oh
hear.
shoot, that's not what I meant. Oh no. Oh god. It's all going wrong. Okay, so this goes on the map layer. This is
And
right
so you should.
here.
You should laugh at us.
This stays here.
You should specifically laugh at the manlets in our midst.
Oh my god. Come
Shut.
on. Shut up.
Imagine being a manlet.
Shut.
Imagine. All right, so you guys make it
Imagine
to the
being an
camp.
alien.
I will ask
Imagine.
Shut up, Kiwi.
again. Are you wearing your cultist robes?
We are.
Yes, I am still. I'm wearing the cultist robes.
And Annabelle and Goldpiece
Yes.
and Weeb are all in their shackles.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for saying that. Because that was going to be the very next thing I asked about. So, the camp.
We're infiltrating.
So, the bush around
Shut up, weeb.
grows to a height of 4 to 6 feet. And the does it not talk about the walls or the slopes? The sides of the plateau rise sharply, with the floor of the hollow slopes up gradually towards the east. A long ladder is lashed to the cliff. Damn, it doesn't tell me how.
I've been meaning to do this, by the way. Wow.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Very cool. So, up here at the top, let me switch here. Up here, you guys can see kind of a group of kobolds, and they're kind of just like, they're playing cards with each other, but it seems like none of them actually know how to play, so they're just kind of slapping cards down and yelling at each other.
As one does.
And they don't really seem to pay attention to you. You can move ahead.
I will lead the party past them.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. All of you can move your tokens, though.
The marching order should be me in front because I have the emblem.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Real quick. What is our? Do we have a general plan here, by the way, for when we?
Well,
when we
okay,
actually
we
get to
made the
where we're-
bargain. We made the bargain with the dragon that we were gonna save his eggs and maybe get a little sabotage in of the enemy eggs.
Yoramu, I've come to bargain.
So,
And then we were also going to get to the bottom of the plot of
Missing
the cultists'
the-
ritual and maybe interrupt it if we can help it because it might save, the city.
We should
And
also
help my
find
boy
them
Laosin.
I will
Harper's.
I don't know
point
who that
out
is, but yes.
that the cave that was mentioned is right here. You guys are
Okay.
on top of like the plateau, and you're descending downwards. So you can see this opening is pretty large.
Can somebody refresh my memory on the eggs real quick?
So there are dragon eggs somewhere in the cave. They are not specifically all Lennithons, but some of them are. You are the deal was that you are to bring the eggs out and present them to Lennithon, specifically the blue ones. And he said that if you choose to deal with the other dragon eggs, he will reward you.
Good thing we have a bag of holding.
Yes.
I'm nervous about dealing with the sabotage of the other eggs is that we might make enemies.
Well,
Well, hold on.
I-
We just
I will
nobody
say-
has to know. We just put them all in the bag.
I will
Well-
say specifically to Crone that dragons are pretty damn clever. They are highly intelligent, and lying to them, even with the use of magic items, is pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm
Your
not really
own
for it, just,
experience
like-
with a dragon that has dealt specifically with a lot of traders knows like a lot of these tricks.
It's true. I do know all about it.
Yes, they have
what
talked
if I
with you
take the
at
bag?
length.
What if I take the bag of holding, and I put it in a place where he won't think to look?
Well, so here's the basic thing, right? So dragons are like made of magic, kind of. Their blood is like a very potent magical
Serum.
resource. People pay thousands and thousands of gold for like literally a drop of dragon's blood. Basically, they can just sense magic. So if you brought a bag of holding too close to a dragon, he would just know what's in it, for instance.
But what if it's inside my ass?
Well,
What's he gonna do about it?
he'll get it, is what he'll do.
He'll take it from your mouth.
Okay, but what if I don't swing that way? What if?
Well, that's what we call an attack roll.
Understandable.
Okay. All right. I'm glad we're all on the same page now.
Doesn't mean I won't try it.
Oh, well, very well. I just... Crone would know this.
If you put a bag of holding, and then you couldn't find if you couldn't find a bathroom, let's say you used the bag of holding discreetly.
I mean, it works that way.
Yeah, there's no rule that says I can't just put the ice in there and then take a little dump in the bag as well.
Well, see, the thing is that
Fuck these eggs.
the items in the bag of holding don't interact with each other.
Oh.
So you could do that.
You could do that.
It wouldn't really be effective, but I mean, you can.
Not like
No, you know what? No,
time.
it's genius because when you turn the bag of holding inside out, right, like everything comes out
Yep.
at the same time.
Yep.
So if we grab a couple of dragon eggs and throw it in there, and I drop a fat one in there, and seal it up, and then hold on, hear me out. We go to Lennithon or whatever, and I say, all right, here's your eggs, and I unroll the bag, and just eggs and shit.
You know what the worst thing about it is that the bag of holding specifically says it holds things in stasis. So that fat one is just as fresh.
It would be so fucking
Exactly.
fresh.
It could be.
Can I do this?
Runny.
Can I please
It
do
could
this?
be super runny.
You can. I can't
Oh my
stop you. I wish I could, but
Well, here's the deal. Think about it this way. Because if I take a dump in the bag of holding and I hide it in my butt, and he senses that there's a dump inside my butt, he's like, oh, that's totally normal. It makes sense. Because it would confuse him. He'd be like, who the hell stores poop in a bag of holding?
Listen,
All right,
Like,
all right.
I must be reading these signals wrong.
it's like a catheter, but
someone
better.
please just click this whole fucking thing. I need Wim like explaining his
I'll
shit bag
clip
of
this.
holding.
I will clip this.
Oh god.
Shit bag.
Oh god.
A literal shit bag.
I gotta say,
Fully
I've
cat
never
up.
run with a party that took a dump in a bag of holding.
Full cat. Fully cat. It's like a diaper, but better.
Oh
My
my
stomach.
goodness.
It hurts.
We're making note of this. I will do this. If we get away with the eggs, I'm taking a dump in the bag, and then I'm turning it inside out in front of this dragon.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Alright,
give
Chief.
I'm gonna give him an actual shit-eating grin.
I cannot wait. Anyway, we should continue.
Okay.
I've got to be out of here at 9, so we should
Right.
get as far
Yeah.
as we can.
Oh, right. You guys are 1 hour in. Well, that's typically when we would end. If you'd like, we could end like right now, which would be like 30 minutes ish ahead of time. But that's okay. I mean, this is a pretty good place to stop because you just got here.
It's
True.
true. We did.
And if Miyu's here next week, then we can rearrange the party and stuff
Right.
without being mixed up.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think we can call it here.
Gold piece is boring, so we can replace with scratch.
Well, gold piece is something, but well,
Gold Piece is like I give him a lot of grief here, but he's actually one of the most useful members of this party.
well,
Yeah,
rogues are just
So far.
helpful.
Yeah.
It's hard to go
Alright,
wrong with
can
rogues.
we roll-
The
I
thing-
am the most useful with my magnify gravity when it works.
The thing
Uh-huh.
about Gold Piece is that his morality is a little hard to deal with, in some cases.
So,
Water, by the
what
way.
role were you planning on making that makes your spells useful? Were you planning on rolling in the
Equivalent?
top half of possible outcomes?
I was thinking, all right, hear me out here. What I could do is instead of rolling in roll 20, I could just take my actual physical dice and roll them, and I'll just tell you what it is, and you just trust me.
Yeah, yeah. No,
You know, and if I just happen to roll nat 20s every time,
Not-
I mean,
nah.
it's just the dice. It's just the way the dice rolled, you know.
You know, if you were playing a divination wizard, I might let you do that. Just because divination wizard is just fucking hilarious. Actually, I don't know if you guys know, but the second level ability of divination wizards is at the start of each day you roll 2d20, and you can replace any d20 roll that the wizard sees with what you rolled at the start of the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, so it gets even funnier, right? So what you do is you take that, and then you're a halfling, which gets the halfling luck, which means any d20 roll you can just reroll and take the better result. Then you grab the lucky feat, which gives you 3 d20s that you can reroll at any time in the face of any other d20 that's rolled. And then what you do, you take this character, you look at the GM, and you say, I play the game now. I'm the GM.
I decide what happens. I decide who lives.
I
and who
roll the
dies.
dice.
It is me, because I swear to God, I played a 2nd level divination wizard, and I had a bunch of other abilities that causes like rerolls and stuff, because I was like a time wizard, was like my whole thing. And you know, the GM was like, all right, he hits you with a nat 20. I said, nope, he rolls a 5. And then the GM looks at me and he says, he rolls a 5 and misses. Because that's exactly how it works. It's so funny. You get the biggest shit-eating grin. It's just kind of a shame that I feel like the wizard class is not super fun to play.
Oh, you're not missing much.
What about when you cast fireball?
Oh yeah, but sorcerer can do that too, and so can warlocks. Some warlocks.
Light.
I can
Fireball and
cast
haste.
fireball.
Artificers.
I like wizards.
Some artificers
I need
can
to
cast
try
fireball.
cleric of light.
Oh, light
Maybe
clerics
I
are
should-
super fun.
I feel like every time I go into a game, I'm like, I'm just gonna play a wizard, I guess. And then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna do something else. And I haven't actually played a wizard yet.
Oh, I've played an enchantment wizard. I played a conjuration wizard, and I tried to play a divination wizard, but I just I don't like them. I don't like playing them.
I love the abjuration wizard. My
When I
whole
first
thing that I
started-
love is I love glass cannon wizard. Glass cannon mages don't really appeal to me because they're so like, you can use your magic for anything and you use it to like deal damage. You know, there's so much utility out there, like blocking stuff with magic. It's really cool.
Well, yeah, but I think that just big numbers are fun, right? And that's what makes blasting just enjoyable. In previous
True.
editions of D&D, blasters were not very good for the exact reason that you just said. Utility is too good. It's too strong. I mean, if I cast haste, if I twin spell haste because I'm a sorcerer and an asshole on the 2 fighters in our party, right? So they get +2 AC, advantage on dex saves, and they attack an additional time every round. So, you know, we got fighters.
Those are some big numbers.
Yeah, but that's not really that fun for me because all my party members are running around doing the big damage. I'm just like, yeah, well, you know, I enabled this to happen, sure. But at the end of the day, it's like, oh, the fighter got another crit. Whoa, that's crazy. And it's like, yeah, you know, that's cool. But like,
Nice.
you
Good
know,
job.
when I use disintegrate, right, for 10d8 plus 50 damage to melt somebody, everybody looks at me like, yo, watch where you're pointing that, chief. Like, hold on.
It's
What do
true,
you mean
it's
you
true.
quicken spell and now you're gonna Eldritch Blast 4 freaking times on a hex target? Oh, you just did an average of 58 damage with a cantrip. Wait.
I mean, to be fair, that's Eldritch Blast. That's
Well,
not a cantrip.
Sure.
That's the cantrip.
Either way, I don't know. I feel like blasting is just like a fun thing to do.
It's
so
true,
I
it's true.
can never ever blame someone for just wanting to get the fat deeps.
Yeah, it's completely true.
All right, so squad, we'll start with Wim. What did you think here, buddy?
Honestly, the fact that I came up with the idea of the shit in the bag, that's enough for me for this session. That's all I needed.
All right. How about you, Weeb?
I would say the shit in the back.
All right. How much? Don't worry about it, Miyu. You didn't miss anything.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, man. Yeah, you didn't miss anything important.
Yeah. So what
when you
about?
come back to the next session, don't look in the bag.
Just don't look in the bag. All right. How about you, Psychic? What do you think there, buddy?
I think that we had a good time. There was a lot of like social, like role-playing fun that we had. Well, I had. You all just watched me have fun, and that's fine.
That's what they do.
I feel like we are playing this campaign. We are playing the shit out of this campaign. We're playing
In some
the shit
cases,
in
literally.
this campaign. We are playing as the shit in this campaign. So I think this
we're
is great.
doing- And then we all suddenly turned Anakin.
So I have an amusing story to tell. I was playing a game with some buddies, and it's a pick 'em up game. And, so the rules are real light. It's all about just doing whatever, and it has like a system in which you can invent spells. And so one person had a spell that turned things into poop. That's what they did. But another guy was like a conjuration mage, and he's like, "Can I make shit golems?" Now I was a player in this game, and the GM looks at this guy and he goes, "One more time. Can I make shit golems?" I guess. I mean, what do you want to do with that? Well, I just want shit golems. Okay.
I mean, who doesn't?
You have shit golems. They're a little out of your control and they're going everywhere. And then another spellcaster is like, I shoot him with a fireball. So you shoot the shit golems with a fireball.
No.
Well, now they're flaming shit
Every
golems.
takes like 100 D2 or D4 like stink damage.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
So the
you
campaign
just gas
ended
the
like
entire
shortly
enemy army.
thereafter.
I fucking spit out my drink.
But yeah, every time we play a campaign with the same people, and we start rolling up characters or whatever. So it's like, oh hey, Chief, what's your concept? I think I'm gonna go with a flaming shit golem. Oh, thanks. Great. No, that's what we need. Flaming shit golems. So then, I mean, I reward creativity, but this is not okie dokie.
I don't. You know what? I feel like by the time I start flinging this shit in the bag at this dragon, I think at that point you'll warm up to the idea. I think that you'll,
you know what? I know exactly what's going to happen, and I feel like you're gonna be like, "What? How did he not enjoy that?" And I'll work with you on your new character.
I see. No, I'll claim that it wasn't mine. I'll say, oh, whoops, some kobold
wasn't
must have shit in the bag. They couldn't find the loot. Damn, that's a bit awkward. You're sorry about your eggs are here. A little dirt now, but your eggs are here.
You were like, that wasn't supposed to come out of the bag. I am
But
so
why?
fucking
Like,
sorry.
I need to ask, what is the point of doing this?
I fucking hate this dragon.
I
He's an
mean,
asshole.
sure, but like,
He makes you drink bone-hurting juice.
If he makes it, and what? Is he's gonna get mad? He's gonna lose his temper over a poop joke like a child.
no, I'm
Will
just
his
like,
pride
I'm
allow
trying
that?
to figure
Hmm.
out. I'm trying to figure out like what the
Oh my god,
point of this
you should
is.
use this. You should use the excuse like, I am so sorry. After I drank that purple juice, I shit myself. I lost control of my bowels and I didn't have anywhere to put it, so I just like stuffed it in the bag. I did not mean to.
Unfortunately,
dump it
whether or
out.
I
not the
didn't drink the
characters, whether or not the characters are aware, the juice does have other consequences.
I'm so glad I didn't drink any of that.
Well, yeah. I mean, Weeb, you better be ready for it when it happens.
It makes you shit yourself.
Oh man,
It
you're
makes
gonna
you
wish
shit
that's what it
yourself.
did.
It's literally just it's lactades.
It's a
And
lactose.
not lactades.
It's preparation H.
No, preparation
No,
H is hemorrhoid cream.
It's
Oh.
laxatives with purple food coloring.
It's
That's all it is.
laxatives and purple food
Laxatives.
coloring. Yeah, so you're gonna dump this shit bag out, and he's gonna be like, snaps his fingers, and Weave and me are just like
They just fucking die.
food poisoning.
All right. Well, so
Anyway, this went places. I'm just gonna.
I definitely did.
I apologize.
I
for-
think that in retrospect, this is gonna make a great clip. I can't wait to clip it.
Okay.
we had a good time. I took some notes as to what happened this campaign so that we remember for next time.
Thank you. Domo. All right. I'm fucking done.
Okay, you have to teach me how to say your outro.
Okay.
Because
All
I
right.
don't
All right.
know.
So you know the phrase otsukare?
No.
No, he's not a weeb.
Oh, it's got
He's
a.
not cultured.
Oats. Yeah. So it's like saying oats, like mini wheat oats.
Uh-huh.
Only there's kind of an otsu.
Oh, it's
Like
Have-
TSU.
yeah. Yeah, no, I know all the, yeah.
And then
Otsukare.
Sayonara.
oh boy.
I
And then,
can mimic your sounds.
and then
can
there's
say
otsu kare. But for me it would be otsu kagero. So So Kagerou.
Kagerou.
Yeah.
Could get his name. Get it? It's
Oh.
Kagerou.
It's so clever. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm so glad I came up with it. It was great.
No, you didn't. You came up with Kagerou.
Oh yeah, you're right. I came up with Kagerou.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Okay.
All
All right.
So are we ready? Are we ready? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
All right. Say no. Kagerou.
Kagerou.
There we go. That sounds way better, man.
Good job.
Good job.
All right.
Get out of
Alright,
here.
I also blast the chat.
It's a flaming shit. What? Wait, what'd you do to the chat?
I Eldritch Blast.
That rolled a hit.
Okay, Hebe.
Oh, okay. I'll use my. Yes. Does it hit?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, so it doesn't.
Oh.
All right, end the stream, Elf Boy. I gotta clip this.
No, I'm gonna keep it up as long as possible. It's gonna be a
Unbelievable.
22-hour stream. I'll never stop. All of you'll have to listen to this ending thing.
Oh, work.
6 hours. I'm never gonna let it go.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head out.
Alright, see you, dude.
See
Elf
ya.
boy, Kiwi. You know what, Kiwi? I'm just not gonna drink water next time. All right? Huh? How about that? What you
Well,
gonna
I
do
guess you'll
about that?
just die then.
Yeah. And it'll be your fault. Be all your yeah. That's what I thought. I thought we had something, Kiwi. I thought we birds had to stick together. Break my Nico kneecaps. I'll pat you on the fucking head. God, I got him. Man, I got him. Let's go.
You absolutely wrecked them.
Absolutely.
They will never recover.
Never. Oh, man.
All right, end the goddamn
No,
stream.
no, it's not gonna happen. We're just gonna be here forever.
Wait, I can just rewind it.
Oh my god.
You
Whatever.
can't stop this guy.
Oh no. God damn it.
You can't prevent this.
All right.